Hi everyone, thanks for tuning in to the Demo Player plus VR Spectate game instance setup video. Today we're going to go ahead and the first thing we're going to do is set up our game instance. Our game instance is literally the hub to access all of our Demo Player functions, so it's integral to be integrated to your game. So the first thing we want to do is, depending on how your project is set up, there's literally 4 basic ways to do this, and maybe more, but I'll show you the 4 basic ones. If there's other way that people have questions about, definitely hit me up on our Discord. If you guys don't know, I do have a Discord for people that have bought the pack, and to give some one-on-one support if you guys do have some issues setting this stuff up. So let's get started with what a game instance is. Game instance is persistent. It lives level to level. If you don't already have a game instance declared for your project, the default one is taken over. So what we want to do is, in a basic setup, create a new blueprint class, and we want to base this off of our demo game instance. Let's type in game instance, and there we go, demo player game instance. That's why. Select that. And then now we'll go ahead and name that GI for naming convention game instance underscore demo player. Sounds good to me. Alright, so basically this is where now we have access to all of our functions we need to start recording and stop recording and access the recordings. So next thing we do is, creating class is not good enough. We actually need to assign it to our project. The way to assign it to your project is going to go to project settings and come over to maps and modes. You scroll to the very bottom, it says game instance. And now this is where, what do you want to use for your project? And under here we can see our GI demo player, and now we are set to go. So that's basically how you set up from scratch for if anybody doesn't have a custom game instance. Now let's say you do have a custom game instance, like I already have a custom game instance. I want to open this up, and I actually want to keep my custom game instance. Maybe I have some code in here. I want to do something. That's no problem. What we want to do is reparent our class. So we'll go up to edit. We'll go down to or file, and hit reparent blueprint. Click on that, and then we'll type in our demo player game instance. Let's make sure we don't use the GI demo player, which we could. We could technically use that if we wanted to. But either just keep it to this base class, one less hierarchy in it. Otherwise, it's just literally a duplication of that. So I'll go ahead and do that. Click on that. And now we see our parent class is demo player game instance. So that's all we have to do to get that going. And since you already had a custom, it should already be the same inside of the project settings, maps, modes. Change it back to your GI custom. And there you go. Now literally seamlessly integrated with your existing game instance classes. Now let's say this is the blueprint side. Let's say you have a C++ side. So what we really want to do is create a new class. So we'll go ahead and add new C++ class, and we'll want to show all classes, and the same thing, demo player game instance as our parent. Next, and we'll go ahead and my demo player game instance, sure, example. We'll just leave it like that. Looks good to me. Create class, compiling the code, and then basically that'll take our C++ side of it to create our demo player game instance from the C++ side of it instead of through the blueprints. So that's a third way of doing it. And so that's going to compile the code, and then it'll be like we did it in here. And then we can also take that C++ class we created and create blueprints from that. So, and we can also reparent it to game instance. It's very modular on how you want to integrate it. So once this gets done, I'll show you the last thing to do. And if you have a custom C++ game instance already that you want to reparent, that's pretty straightforward also, just like on the blueprints. So I'll go ahead and show you that now. I do have, let's see here. I do have example my game instance, which is my custom one here. And right now it's set up from the default. Let's go ahead and make this bigger so people can actually see it and scoot some of the stuff down. So if you want to know where the source files are for the demo player, if you go into your engine, UE4, and we go down to plugins, and we go down to Marketplace, you should see demo player now for the engine if you had it installed correctly from our earlier videos. And what we can see in the source code, we can sit there and look at the classes. Here's a game instance class, for example. So what I want to do is I definitely want to get this include file, and pull that into my game instance, which is right here. We'll want to fill that out. So here we go, demo player game instance. And then we'll also want to pull open the demo player itself, demo player game instance class name. So I just got copied so I don't have to remember exactly what the name of it was. So we go back here, and then instead of using public game instance, we paste that out to demo player game instance, and that's the same thing as reparenting your existing one to a new base class. So compile, save, and that's it. If you have, again, and once you have everything done, you go back in here and double check that you change your project settings, your map modes, your game instance to whatever one you want to have. So there's one I just created in C++. Anyways, let's see here. If there's any other questions or anything, problems you have, hit me up in Discord, and thanks for watching.